It's going to be world renowned.
All right, let's go to work.
If we built just a subpar stadium or subpar video screens, just the average, that would be unacceptable in this market. They had to design it the way you see it today. We have to take this to a whole nother level, and I believe we built it.
This is something that, virtually every single person in Prism View has been acutely aware of. We have been having meetings in our organization, not just in the leadership team, but down to the worker level for years about this. It's a project of a lifetime for some of these people.
This thing was in the design phase for a year before we ever went into actual manufacturing.
From the beginning, we were intrigued with this idea of a center-hung video board in the NFL for some time. We got to do a version of it at AT&T with Mr. Jones. So we knew we didn't want to place just a solid object in the middle that would obscure the view of the sky. So we decided to think differently about how to maintain an open aperture.
When the first time you saw this plane, what was the first thing you thought in your head?
This is never going to work. It's too big. They'd eventually shrink it. They never shrink it. The scope of the project, the location of the project, we could be the biggest and the best in the industry.
Holy cow. The Cowboys are going to be jealous.
And then we looked at very simple things about view angles and relationships to the field and proximity. And that's how we size the video board itself.
The bowl and the roof structure are really designed around the video board. That's how big it is.
So we actually had to do several prototypes of this build style. It's so big that you have to have LEDs on the outside for the upper fans and LEDs on the inside of the ring for the lower fan.
This is the biggest thing in sports.
If you can kind of look in here, you can see this is the LED module. We'll have about 80,000 of these modules.
The amount of LED modules that go into the sign, plus the amount of cabinet sections that have to get hooked together, was the largest that we've ever done.
Right here, this is a frame. It's been through the calibration process. You'll see in here, we have this camera right here. So this camera measures each individual pixel on the display. Now, this process is extremely important. We're able to see if there's any variance in colors that we can't correct. We already select premium diodes, but we want to optimize what we're given.
This is a lot of pieces, a lot of moving pieces that we've had to line up. The end result being a one-of-a-kind LED display in the Los Angeles Stadium.
It's pretty amazing, I gotta say. We have been looking at it now through renderings, through our VR engine for almost 3 years. It's an incredible feat from a technology and engineering perspective. And just to see it sort of hanging now off of the roof, you're just reminded of just the incredible amount of work from our engineers, from our construction partners, from our technology partners.
It's unbelievable how technology has leaped fans will absolutely be viewing the most crisp video footage, animations, graphics in any stadium.
We're putting all of our PA, all of our audio into the video board itself. And then we have the largest graphics control system in the history of sports basically driving this board. Sort of what can we do that is amplified to bring just sort of that next level entertainment experience?